All right. Okay. Tell me when you're ready. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back for another season of Parks Department. My name is Treats, and today we are at Sneakersnstuff. I want to thank everybody for coming out. It's a nice, lively show. We got a lot of people here in the store. We're in the meatpacking district, 22 Little West 12th Street in Manhattan. If you're in the neighborhood, definitely pop in, say what's up, have a drink, sit on the couch. Right now, I'm joined by Too Much Swag. What's up, sir?
What's up? What's up, everybody? I'm a dancer. Too much swag.
Tell the people about yourself and what you do.
I started dancing for 6 years, and now I'm at a point that I'm gonna make the style like famous. The style, my dance style. I'm gonna keep posting video, and it's gonna get better, you know. Cause like I created a new style that nobody can do. You gotta check out my latest video.
What is? Actually, you know what? Before I ask you questions, I just want to give people a sense of what you do. So, if you can see this, Sam, if you could just zoom in right here. I made my brightness real bright. It's on loop, so I guess you'll be able to see the full routine. This is your style, right?
Yeah.
So tell the people about your style. What is it? What defines Too Much Swag?
For the last 6 years, all I wanted to do was to be the greatest dancer, and it never stop. You know, I want to show the world I could do it. You know, it's a style that's gonna like make everybody happy. Like I want to inspire people to believe in themselves and trust in God. You know.
And it comes. So the style comes from God, right?
Yeah.
So it's Him kind of working through you as a vessel.
Yeah.
And if you saw the video, that was actually coming from York Nico's Instagram. So Nico, you're a director, and you were able to meet Too Much Swag. Tell me about how you guys got to meet each other.
Sure. So New York Nico, Nicholas Heller. I grew up in Union Square, and about 5 years ago, I did like this little stint in LA, came back to Union Square, kind of fell back in love with New York City, and started spending a lot of time there. And Too Much Swag, I remember seeing like 4 or 5 years ago, kind of just like walking around Union Square with his swag walk. There's really no way that I can explain it without showing you a visual because it's so unique to him, but he stood out to me. He was walking around the park doing his swag walk, and for a while I was kind of too afraid to stop and talk to him because he was so in the zone and I didn't want to disrupt him. He had headphones on, exactly. Did you say a radio, Raheem?
No, that's a good point. He didn't have a radio.
Oh, no. He had his headphones in, so I didn't want to disrupt him. But then one day, a friend of mine, Normal Bob Smith, who is kind of the Union Square documentarian for 15 years, posted a video of him. And after I saw the video, I was like, holy shit, like this guy's incredible. Also, he's approachable, which is awesome. So I used that as an opportunity to stop him the next time I saw him. And just started talking. He kind of told me what his mission was, what his goals were. And, I had a lot of respect for him for that. And, every time I saw him in the park, I would stop, I would talk to him for a little bit. And then there was about 6 months where I didn't see him. It wasn't that long. It was probably like 3 or 4 months. And people were kind of like obsessed with him on my Instagram page. So people were asking about him constantly, but I didn't have his number. He didn't have an Instagram at the time. I had no way of contacting him. And then one day, so I thought maybe he was gone. I didn't know what was good. And then one day, I remember it was in November, I saw, out of the distance, I saw the swag walk. So I ran up to him, and I got the whole thing on video. It's on my page. Where I stop him, I'm like totally starstruck. Too much swag, where you been? And we just kind of hung out for, an hour or so. Got his number, and then, the rest is history. But it's been cool to see him kind of develop his swag and his talents. Because he started just like being the guy on the street that, did the swag walk. No one knew his name. No one knew what he was about. But now he's a celebrity. People know him. People stop him on the street. I can't walk down the street without people stopping him. So it's been cool to see. And I got a lot of respect for him for that.
Have Have you always been performing in Union Square, or do you take your swag walk to other parts of Manhattan or New York in general?
I take my swag down to the city. I gotta show everyone, everyone.
Took his swag to Detroit.
Like, I think the street is the biggest stage.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not Madison Square Garden. It's like a couple thousand people. It's the street. It's New York City, Yeah, I'm out here. I gotta show New York City what I'm about. To my swag,
I respect that, man. What were you listening to at the time when you were performing?
Like, I love Tupac. Sometimes I listen to Lil Wayne.
Little Wayne. Okay.
And like the latest music, like Migos, the Cardi B, and all that.
Okay. All right. So you're
6'9".
6619 or
6'9".
Sorry. I always mess up because the way he writes his name, it looks like it's like a 6 and an IX. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. I don't read Roman numerals too well, but I figured that out. I can only figure it out during the Super Bowl. Yeah. So what are you working on right now? Can I call you Nico or Nicholas? Doesn't matter. Okay.
Well, for a living, I make commercials and direct documentaries, branded content. I'm a filmmaker, I guess you could say. So I got a lot of kind of boring stuff going in that direction that most people don't care about. But in terms of the Instagram, it's not a job for me. So I just like to have fun with it and meet new people and showcase new talents. And that's kind of what I'm about. I don't have anything specific in mind for the future. I just go with the flow.
So it's just this is just your personal this is like your personal page. This is not because for a personal page you really like reflect the city. You really do give a genuine representation of like what you could see in Union Square. I went to school on like 16th and 3rd, so I went to Friends. Yeah, so I spent a lot of time like in Union Square. It was always the passing through point for me, going and coming to school. So not much has changed. The characters change every day, but tell me a little bit about your experience growing up in that area. Did you live in that area as well? You said.
Yeah, well, as you know, Union Square wasn't as safe as it is now back in the day, so my parents didn't let me go there alone. So it wasn't until I was like in high school that I really started frequenting Union Square and met a lot of characters that I still hang out with today, like Wendell, the homeless fashion designer, Tedavon, the 6'7" Jew. But there are a lot of new characters that have kind of developed. And Union Square, like TMS said, like the streets of New York is like the biggest stage, and Union Square is like it looks like a stage because people are sitting on the steps facing outward. So that's kind of like the spot to go if you want to get noticed. It's the spot I go to kind of like notice talent. But yeah, what was your original question? How has it changed?
Yeah, well, actually, what's more important, as you mentioned, from what you mentioned, is that Union Square used to be such a throughway, but also like a destination.
Yeah.
For like nightclubs.
Right.
There's always been a lot of nightclubs, and I find it interesting that you found swag in Union Square. Like,
yeah.
There's tons of dancers there, but like this is somebody who's very invested in like hip hop dance, hip hop culture.
Yeah.
And you're still surrounded by the energy of it, even though like some of those places aren't there, like those nightclubs, like
right.
Palladium used to be over there. So, tell me a little bit about how you feel about the state of Union Square right now.
I still think it's great. Some people would say that it's kind of become more mainstream. With the holiday market and some of the fairs and festivals that they do there, they're trying to like commercialize it a little bit more. But at the same time, it really is like the hub of Manhattan. So that's where you go to meet some of the most interesting characters in New York City. So yeah, as far as things surrounding the square, obviously I miss Virgin Megastore. I miss the Wiz going even further back. But I don't really care about what's around the park. I care more about like what's in the park. Yo, Kev, you dropped your headphone. He just bought those AirPods, so I don't want him to lose them. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. There's a lot going on right now.
Folks hanging out, and we're doing this show.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, what's also interesting about being like a man on the street kind of guy, like you have a bird's eye view, not bird's eye, like a direct view of, and a better way to approach some people than like others do. Like, do you find that people are polarized by somebody like Too Much Swag?
I mean, I feel like some people might be intimidated. If you see someone dancing around like that, you might think they're unique or special, and you don't want to like disrupt that. That's what I thought. That's why I didn't disrupt him at first. And the same goes for a lot of the people that I post on my page. But most of the time, at least in my experience, they're people and they want to talk, and they're friendly, and so if you see speaking for Too Much Swag, if you see Too Much Swag on the street, you can come up and talk to him, right?
No, a lot of people talk to me.
Yeah, you like that, right? Yeah. He's a great guy. He's very personable, not too egotistical. You can have a conversation with you, and
Well, it's also just a testament to the fact that we as New Yorkers are more approachable than we might seem.
right, sure.
I think a lot of times people see a New Yorker and it's like, oh man, like they're just in a rush. They're just trying to get somewhere. Like, it's actually the complete opposite. It's actually more what you give out than what you receive. It's like if you approach me on like a very humble and very approachable way, I would be the same way. I would reciprocate that. Have you ever had any negative encounters with when Too Much Swag can be too much swag?
Yeah, like some people will tell me like to stop. I had some people push me too. Stop. And I just like, come on, I need to dance. And then they let it go. Yeah.
That's cool. Do you ever end up getting like a big crew around you? Like, just does the dancing become so contagious that you get a big crowd of people joining in with you as well?
Yeah, I'm on people's social media platform.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And shout out to my boy Queen's Flip. He brought me. He's doing a lot for me. We work together.
So Nick, what are you working on right now? You're back in New York. Are you just focused on building your Instagram and like telling the story of some of these individuals, or are you working on anything else?
Yeah, in terms of the Instagram stuff, like I'm pretty busy with my day job. So, like I said, Instagram's just meant to be fun. I don't put any pressure on myself. I just go out and shoot my friends, and if someone approaches me with like a really cool idea, then I'll go with it. But I got a lot going on, so I don't have that much time to like put in too much energy. Yeah, and I feel like I don't ever want this to stop being fun. So I feel like once I like set goals for myself and stuff, it might become more of like a job, and I don't want that.
I noticed you're wearing a New York Knicks style T-shirt. Who makes your shirt? It says bacon, egg, and cheese, right?
Yes. Facts NY. Met up with the guy who runs it yesterday. He gave me a bunch of dope shirts. They have a New York Yankee logo that says dead ass that I really like. So
I'm also curious to know what your thoughts are on the new season, the forthcoming season of the NBA season. Specific, yeah. Do you follow basketball? Do you follow the Knicks at least?
I don't really follow basketball anymore. I think I stopped being a Knicks fan when they lost Stephon Marbury. So it's been a while, but yeah, I mean it's just not as fun to watch anymore, obviously, because if you have like 3 stacked teams and everyone else is trash, what's the point of watching?
It's gonna be the West. It's gonna be the Lakers. The Lakers. Yeah.
It's all West. It's all West Coast. All
the West. Yeah.
The West Coast is just completely gonna overshadow.
Yeah.
You know, One thing that I saw recently when we lost Kylo Quinn, he's been a forward or a small forward, power forward for the past few years. You know, obviously the Knicks have not been in the conversation, but one thing that he said that caught a lot of headlines was, you know, he recently left. He went to the Indiana Pacers, and he says, I don't want to play for the draft anymore, like because they've been tanking every year just so that they could get good lottery picks. I don't blame him. I mean, he brought up a really good point, and I don't think anybody's ever really said that before, at least not any players. And I think it calls out management. It calls out the whole organization, even just the state of the league, because like when you have big market teams like that doing so poorly just so that they could get placement in the draft, it's a bad look.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of? Do you have anybody that you're watching for the fall season, basketball wise?
I don't watch
Any
football.
players or any teams? No, nothing. You don't care.
I don't watch football that much.
Have you watched the?
I'm not gonna act like I.
I know Tom Brady, you know.
Oh, okay, football. I mean, you know what? I'm looking forward to the commercials.
Wait, do you think Tom Brady plays basketball?
No, he plays football.
Oh, okay.
I know.
That's the guy with a lot of swag right there. So yeah, like I said, we're here at Sneakers and Stuff. It's getting kind of crowded. It's a nice Thursday afternoon. We got food outside. We got drinks. We got DJ Sammy in here. Yeah, it's been a good summer so far. We had, you know, this is the first of hopefully many more shows that we're looking to do here. You know, which brings me back actually to the wintertime, like almost like 6 months ago, we had the opening in like this space next door or downstairs, and it was cool. We had Wiki perform, Nas perform. I think it was a surprise performance from Nas. And were you here for that? No? Yeah, it was kind of crazy. Stretch Armstrong DJ'd. I think DJ Soul also spun. And yeah, it was kind of crazy because like I didn't see Wiki perform, but I was standing around listening to Stretch DJ, and then like it got real quiet after a while. People like started moving away from the stage, and then all of a sudden, this wave of people come through the crowd, and all of a sudden you see Nas on the stage. Stretch drops "Hate Me Now," and I've never seen Nas perform "Hate Me Now." I don't see a lot of Nas performances, period. But he performed "Hate Me Now," and I was like, "Whoa, this is like monumental." It was huge. I don't think he remembered all the lyrics, but I mean, it was still popping. He did Nas's like.
No, one of his best songs.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know. I think it wasn't like. I think they started the song over as well too. So I think, I mean, I want to give him some credit. I think that there was, you know, some hesitation as to where to start and like, you know. But anyway, for the most part, the place was like rocking so hard that like he couldn't do the whole song. So he did Nas's like, he did Made You Look. I mean, it was like it actually had the feel of summer in the wintertime in this like, you know, tight space downstairs. It was crazy. It was amazing. Anyway, what you guys got on your horizon for the summer so far?
Just keep dancing.
Dancing? More Union Square?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Take the city down step by step.
Take it worldwide.
Yeah, take it worldwide. Step by step.
What are you
in the
listening
city.
to right now?
Literally.
What's the hottest record that you can't stop dancing to?
I like to listen to old music, the classic, you know.
Classics like 80s, disco, like.
The 90s hip hop
90s
and
hip-hop.
the 2000s hip hop, like
Yeah.
Lil Wayne, Young Jeezy, you know.
Yeah.
And Kanye, like that.
Yep.
Tupac.
A lot of bangers.
Yeah, and then keep dancing and make it worldwide. This summer, 2018.
Can you give us a little impromptu something? I mean, are you feeling the vibe right now? Feeling the beat? Well, I mean, you think you could give us a little demonstration real quick?
I usually don't listen to. This
Oh, okay. This is not your groove. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but we'll try to get you on the Parks Department Instagram before you leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Artist in my headphone.
Okay. Well, we'll have Arthur do it for you.
Outside with
We could do some Highline swag.
yeah.
What is it? Is that a certain move?
Swag.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll just
Highline on the Highline.
he reacts to his environment, so
Yeah, it might be a little too tight in here for you. You got to be outdoors. You don't.
knocking over shoes and stuff.
No, it's fine. No.
Although that would make for a good scene, but yeah, I got you. All right, so we got more people coming through. We got a lot more guests to sit down with. Hey guys, anything else you want to talk about before we rotate the couch?
Nah, I gotta hit a softball game.
You got a dip?
I got a softball game.
Softball. You're playing, or you got to go watch?
Join the league.
Nice. Sorry, I didn't have the mic on you.
Oh, I joined a summer softball league.
Where do you got in Central Park? Nice. All right, well, enjoy, man. I don't know anyone that plays like in a softball league. That's pretty dope.
I didn't either, but now I do.
All right, nice, man. Well, yo, really great meeting you. I'm gonna keep track of what you're doing on Instagram. Great job. The Instagram is what? Just New York Nico, right? All right, cool, man. TNS.
TMS, too much
TMS. Yes, that's right. Too much swag. We still rocking here at Sneakers and Stuff. Yo, peace, man. Shouts to my family just walked in. My son and my wife. Yeah, this is cool. And here is Arthur. This is familiar territory for us, right? You sitting next to me.
What's going on? Me barging in. I think Neil Santos is gonna join us on the couch. Yeah, he's nature's calling right now for him. So that's where we're at, you know. And I don't know, it's fun. It's like I'm gonna turn the camera around at a certain point. There's a good group of people. There's delicious food. People are loving it. Paisley's here. And that's that. Paisley, come here. Come say hi to your fam, bro. Your Parks Department. What's good? Manone's here. Come sit out here. While we wait for our next guest, you be the filler. You're the filler.
Shouts to Paisley. Welcome, sir. How you doing?
Good, man.
I know the Parks Department family is very big, so tell me your side of the family.
I DJ'd at the Next Century.
Oh, I remember. You had a bigger beard at the time, right?
A little bit. Trimmed it a little bit, yeah.
You're still wearing it well.
That's how I got introduced to you, I guess, through that, you know.
Yeah, that was a good time, man. You were a regular.
And I caught you at the one they did, the party that was downtown at with Stretch.
Oh yeah, you were there too. Yeah, man. I feel like we can't stop talking about that party. That party's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you have any special memories from that? I feel like it's worthy. It's important to ask everyone if they have a special memory or something that stands out from that specific party.
I mean, it was just seeing a lot of familiar faces, you know what I mean, and sweaty dance floor action, you know what I mean. So it was good. It was good. It felt like an old school party, you know what I mean, like old New York shit.
Yeah. Like there was like so much happening in like different pockets of the party. It was like the tables in the front, the many tables in the front, and then the bar in the very very front of China Chalet. And then the hallway was crazy. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the hallway was more popping than the dance floor at one point. Not to discredit the DJs. I'm just saying there was a lot of action going on in that hallway.
Pre-game area, you know what I mean? Like, or if you needed a breather, it was too hot for you, go sit down, chill, chop it up, do what you do, and then go back to the party. You know what I mean?
I know. Where you been spending that these days?
So I do a radio show, like a weekly podcast radio show based out of Newark, New Jersey.
What's the name of it?
True Stills Radio.
True Stills Radio?
Yes.
Okay. What's the name? What's the meaning behind True Stills Radio?
So True Stills is like the word True Stills. I used to take photographs, like black and white.
Oh, True Stills.
Yeah.
That's dope. Okay.
And then it turned into like I started shooting little videos. And it's just something people say, like it's something like in the vernacular that it's like word, but like True Stills, like you feel me, you know?
It really does roll off the tongue. Like that's a true. Like when you see something, you're like it really stands out. It's a true still.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of which,
it just turned into the radio. It just stuck with me, turned into the radio. Anything I do is under the True Stills umbrella.
So you just play what you're into, what you're feeling right now, yeah?
Exactly. I have guests on. Different people from New York, New Jersey, You know, although.
Do you stay in New Jersey? Is that where you live?
Yeah, I stay in New Jersey.
You have a very thick Jersey accent.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I spent most of my life. I lived in New York for a couple years. I lived in Virginia for a couple years, so I started to say y'all. And I was
for real?
there for like a year and a half, but I say like instead of you, I used to say use.
You're a use guy. Yeah.
It's like that's what people said.
Let's talk about.
Y'all. I like y'all.
Yeah. I've grown to love. I'll say this much because I felt a certain way about saying use for a long time.
Especially if you throw the guys with it.
Yeah. I mean, you got to be a wise guy if you're talking like that. But the thing is that I just felt funny about saying use. I just didn't feel like it was natural. But the more because I lived in Staten Island for like 3-4 years, so I started to say it and it started to stick. I was like, oh man, I sound like one of those guys.
One of those guys. Yo, it's crazy that people who move to Staten Island.
Yeah.
Usually people are trying to get off the island, but I met a friend of mine from Jersey. He got married to a girl from Staten Island, and then he moved out there, and I'm like, man, it's crazy.
I mean, in my mind, if you move to Staten Island, no offense to anybody who recently moved to Staten Island, but like I would imagine you just want some land. You want a yard, you know what I mean? Not that you can't get that anywhere else. Paisley, yeah, but we got to wrap up this Staten Island thing. But in my mind, from what I have known.
Definitely. When I lived in Brooklyn, I was in Red Hook, and a lot of people that own businesses over in Red Hook lived in Staten Island. They would commute over the bridge, and you know, it's a like you said, you got a backyard, you got some land, you got some water.
Yeah.
It's a commute though. It's a bridge and tunnel crowd.
It's not fun. It's not fun.
Yo,
it's great meeting you officially. Yeah, thank you for being on the show. Official Parks Department family, Paisley. Check out Truth Stills Radio. Google it. Look for it on SoundCloud and whatnot. I'm going to welcome the next guest coming through to the couch. The illustrious, the legend, the New York legend, Neil Santos. I'm not going to ask super question. I'm just a fan. What's up, man?
How you doing? What's your name?
Treats.
I'm Neil. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for coming through, man.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, have a seat. Cheers to you, man. I follow you on Instagram.
All right.
Santo Modongo, right? Yeah.
Slow these days.
It's slow these days?
Yeah, I'm not on the streets that much. I'm a dad now, again.
Yeah, well, that's also why I wanted to cheers you for welcoming your seat.
Thank you. Domingo Santos.
Oh, that's his name?
Domingo.
Oh, great name, man. Great name. Well, you know, like, I mean, what how does it feel being a dad now? You're not fully a year,
For
right?
like 19 years. I have an 18-year-old. So.
Okay.
But having a newborn, it's always a new feeling. It's awesome.
Is it like muscle memory? Is it just coming right all back to you? It's all new again?
It's all new. new.
What's been the biggest surprise since Domingo's birth?
My first child, is a girl.
Yeah, okay.
Domingo is a boy.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now.
I'm actually happy I had a girl first.
Yeah. You think like it prepared you for everything else now? Or it's all downhill?
Got that whole thing like boys don't cry and this and that out of me. You know, like so now like I'm older as well, so a little more nurturing, like I'm not that much on the streets. I want to be home and shit like that.
I feel you. I have an 8-year-old and I thought to myself, he's here too, but I realized like it's important to have kids at a certain age when you got the energy to keep up with them, because
Yeah. I mean, when I first had my daughter, my goal was like I want to live to at least be able to skate with her.
Yeah.
Got that done many years ago, so like there's new goals. Now like the little homie is like, fuck, dude, look at the world we live in.
Yeah.
So.
For those that don't know, I mean, like I've gotten to know your name and your face from the early days, the glory days of Supreme.
Yeah, Supreme. Supreme, the streets of New York, nightlife. Basically, that's about it,
Yeah. How you feel? Go ahead.
And also Fat Beats.
Oh yes, of course, Fat Beats. Yeah, I mean, like there's something special about the small mom and pop shop feel of New York's retail days.
Right, but it's not that time no more. That, let's call that progress. Like, so now, like, even if you're a mom and pop store, you got to have a presence online. You got to have a presence. So, I fortunate enough to have seen the evolution of things and able to embrace progress.
I think what's important too, though, even through that progress, is that we have a store like Sneakers and Stuff is still community oriented. You know what I mean?
Right,
you still got the culture behind.
What makes it possible for Sneakers and Stuff to come here or go anywhere and live is the connectivity of being online and social media and stuff like that. Because if a store like this would have popped up in like let's say 2000 and whatever, pre-Instagram, it'd be a ghost town till the word of mouth got out, But nowadays, it's exponentially quicker, So
I hear that.
and that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Officially co-signed.
For sure. No, it's the homies. I know Peter. I don't know the other dudes.
Yeah.
I know Will, Alana. Come on, New York.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we all. As long as it was gonna happen, it was gonna happen at some point.
It's an easy fit. And nowadays, like I said, it's like the scene is a lot more diverse. So it's diverse, but then the rest of the world is not. So it's making us more come together more, so to speak.
Now that you have a son, are you excited to do some of the things with him that you got to do when you were a kid?
I didn't have a dad, so I'm gonna do shit that my bitch ass father never did.
You never did.
Yeah. But I've been a dad already. Now, you know what I mean? So.
It's the boys' connection.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm really excited about because I love my daughter, but this is the boy now, so it's a little different, and it's even better because she's getting to enjoy him with me. Like, she lives in Georgia, but she was just here yesterday. We were out and about, and it's just like that synergy, Family, which is important these days.
And she's excited about having a little brother, right?
Yes, totally.
When she was younger, was she always bugging you like, when am I gonna get a sibling or something?
Not at all. Her mother and I were together for a couple of years, and then her mom moved on and has two other boys that are my little homies. They're my little homies. Like, we're all. Mia's mother, my daughter's mother, talks to my son's mother, talks to my sister, my mother, so they're in.
Yeah, everybody's.
There's no hate, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Family, even though I'm not with her mother, she needs to see hey, my dad can talk to my mother, and my mother can talk to my dad's, mother.
You gotta have that communication.
And
it's important.
Yeah. I grew up without a dad, so to speak. So I don't want my daughter to feel like she doesn't have a dad because of this, that, and the other. So that's about it.
Yeah. Tell me who makes your shirt.
This is the Teamwork shirt. It's my brand. We started out in Harlem in 2006 with a retail shop. Early sneaker store. Took it to Harlem before Goliath, before Atmos.
I remember Goliath.
Yeah, so I was up there before them. You know what I mean?
Tell me the name of the brand again.
Teamworks.
Okay.
So we've since moved on to making apparel, tees, and this is one of the new shirts coming.
I like it.
Thank you.
I rock with it. I always like the old school Nike logo, the one that used to be on the Bo Jackson joints.
Yeah. So
Always
this
like
play
that.
on that, it's kind of contemporary, what's going on in the world versus what people pay attention to.
We got to talk about it. We got to find a way to talk about it. And if it's through streetwear, if it's through social media, whatever the case may be, we got to talk about it.
Cheeky monkey shirts that just this, that, the other, villain, blah blah blah, whatever. So streetwear can have some say in what's going on in the world and stuff like that.
It's interesting that you say that though, because I think the word streetwear it's a catch-all just for what kids are wearing, right? But you come from the era when streetwear was making a statement. It was a reflection of what's happening.
Making a statement. What I was first taking note, it was brands like Fuck.
Yeah.
And the needle with the heroin in it, the jerking off, and early Stussy, and back then it was way above my head. But through the years, it still resonates on that level, So doesn't have to be all like a big statement or this, that, or the other, but there is a space for.
It's artistic expression. That's what it is at the end of the day. I mean, that T-shirt is a canvas, and it's an opportunity for people to just like, get an entry point as to into what you like or what it is that you're interested in.
You can hate it or love it, because T-shirts are a fucking T-shirt, bro. Like at the end of the fucking day. But what's more comfortable and more familiar for you to wake up and like, what do you grab, a button-down shirt in Oxford? No, we're not those dudes. With 10 million, 10,000 or $10, I'm still gonna rock a tee.
Yeah.
So
You remember a T-shirt before you remember, a suit.
yeah, for sure.
It doesn't even have to have anything on it. It's just something about the T-shirt that, if you get close enough to
It's
it.
like denim. It's like for the common man. Like anybody can afford it. It could be a Rick Owens. It could be a Teamworks tee. It could be a Supreme tee. It could be a Parks Department tee. If you find the value in what the tee says, then that's my most favorite T-shirt that I have is a pickle T-shirt. Grillo's Pickles. I love it. And I get comments everywhere I go on that T-shirt. It's the shittiest, it's a $60 tee. And Grillo's tee is like $12, $13. But it's the bomb.
And
I actually gave it to my daughter because I was like, yo, I don't hang on to nothing. You have this. Hold on to it,
has there ever been times when, like, let's say whether it's that T-shirt or another one, you were like, you know what, I think I need to get rid of this one.
I mean, never, no.
Like you really held on to it for the longest, and you're like,
I have tees that don't fit me because I'm fat now, and I hang on to them because I really love them.
Yeah.
It's like two of them because I don't hang on to shit.
Yeah.
I'm not married to nothing but my wife. You know what I mean? Like other than that, like possessions or like whatever. I'd rather give a lot of people would rather give a tee to like a rich dude or whatever. I would give a tee to a dude that's gonna wear it till it's changing colors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I agree with that 100%. Anything else you want to talk about with Teamworks? Anything coming out that you want to let the people know about?
we got another couple designs coming out soon, next 2 weeks. Teamworks.NYC,
Yeah.
Santo Mondongo, Instagram, and other than that, ain't shit.
You're looking out, Neil. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Love. For real. Peace, man. The one and only Neil Santos. Thank you. Yeah, man. I'm really happy to be here. I want to thank Sneakers and Stuff. It's been a really, really, really exciting launch. Again, I can't say enough about what you guys are doing to bring some of my closest friends together. A good place to bring kids. The whole family can come out and celebrate and just hang out. You got great brands, great collaborations and collections that you guys are putting out. So, Parks Department on Facebook. Follow the Sneakers and Stuff YouTube. And my name is Treats. I'm out.